Hey everybody, this is Mark the Game Shark here with another game pickups video. So I just cut the camera off and we're on part 2. I'm not even going to label it part 2. I'm just going to be like, I don't know, whatever the fuck I decide to name it. But yeah, we have more pickups. I guess I should have waited because I do have 4 or 6 Game Gear games en route. But whatever. I guess I can add that to the Too Many Games pickup video. That's fine. If it's just that. I have nothing else in the mail, so whatever. So anyway, onward to more pickups. Yay! So, without further ado, let's get started. We got probably the last demo disc ever made, and that's the PlayStation 3 Welcome Disc. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the last demo disc that was ever released. I don't think they made any other demo disc for any other systems, like, as of late. I mean, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but yeah, so I've seen this all the time, and it just looked grungy and gross. It's filthy. But I saw this one at the pawn shop up the street, and it was in pretty mint condition. I was like, hell yeah! I think it even has the free download brochure in the game. So can't beat that for PS3. I don't know where I'll put it with all my rest of my shit. So then, we stopped at Nick's and he had this game. I've been wanting to pick this up because I have it for the Wii, and I think it's like slightly different, but I want to check it out. It's one of my favorite House of the Dead games, and that's House of the Dead Overkill. Such a badass game. I love it. Oh my god, it is so good. And even if you're not a fan of the Wii, definitely check this out on the Wii. It's so fucking fun. And yeah, so I look forward to checking this out now. And then I'm glad I picked this up. I was looking at this before. It's funny because I didn't really get into the one on the Xbox, but I picked this one up, and it was expensive at one point, and then like I found out my buddy Matt posted in Nerdtopia saying that it like got a huge price cut, and I got this brand new for like I think it was like $40 on eBay shipped, and that's Painkiller, Hell and Damnation Uncut, brand new. And I got a great deal because I'm looking up listings like a couple days later, and now this is climbing again. So super excited to finally have this in the collection. Yeah, I might check it out. I've been wanting to check this out for a while, so excited to finally have it. What else we got here? Oh, and for the game of the month for last month was Hotline Miami. And I picked that up for the PS4. This is a special reserve game, only 2,000 copies, and surprisingly this is pretty cheap off the third-party market or resale market or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's pretty cheap, and definitely worth it. Such a great game. It's very frustrating, but very fun game. I don't know how people platinumed it. Like, that's insane to me. But it's still a fun game. The music is killer soundtrack in this game. So definitely check out Hotline Miami. What else we got? We got some PS5. We got Lake, which I have no idea what kind of game this is. It looks like I was hoping it's kind of like a Road 96-esque type of game, but I have no ideas. But it looked pretty interesting, so I decided to pick it up. It was cheap. So then we got this one. We got 41 Hours. I never heard of this game. It's like a first-person shooter where you're like trying to rescue your wife. So that sounds interesting. Then we got, what else did we get? Oh yeah, Life is Strange, True Colors. So this is I think the only Life is Strange game I'm missing is the second one. And that's kind of pricey, surprisingly. It's only on PS4. But this is the one that came out on PS5. The True Colors. So I'll probably check this out because I believe this one has nothing to do with any of the other ones. The only one I ever played was the original Life is Strange. I never played the prequel one or the second one, and they have this one. And I think they just announced 2 more games or some shit, if I remember correctly. And there's like an outrage about it. I don't know. You can't satisfy anyone in this fucking day and age. But yeah, Life is Strange, True Colors. So definitely plan to check that out. As long as it doesn't intertwine with any other stories. If it's its own thing, I'll definitely check it out. This I'm currently playing, which I keep forgetting I'm currently playing, and that's Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Well, my daughter and I started playing this, and we haven't picked it up since, because I started playing Resident Evil, the remake, and that's the game of the month for this month, so I've been mostly focused on that. But this game's pretty cool. I heard it's very frustrating. The only frustrating thing I've dealt with was learning to counterattack or counter block, whatever, when you hit block as soon as they attack, and then you deflect their shots. That's like a pain in the ass to knock down, to figure that shit out. But otherwise it's good so far. I mean, I'm still in the beginning. Heard this is a very frustrating game, which I don't doubt, because I remember Knack back in the day. I played that. Why is the fucking thing changing? Just knock it off. That was, I was like, oh, that's a kid's game. What the hell? I had to play that shit on easy. That shit was fucking rough. So, we'll see how this one goes. I think I'm playing on normal. Oh, what else? We have a bunch of games. Oh, yeah, yes, that's right. I ended up picking up Alone in the Dark on 3DO. So we got some more 3DO goodness here. We got Alone in the Dark 2 on 3DO. I have no idea how to play this. I get my ass handed to me immediately as the game starts. So I have to look up like gameplay of those games and figure out what the hell to do. This is a brand new 3DO game. It's called BioFury. It's like a first-person shooter. So I was like, oh, that's right up my alley. But I hear this is really hard. So I haven't got around to checking it out. And then we got some bootlegs. Not bootlegs, but reproductions. This one apparently you can only get in. I was watching Radical Reggie's pickups. And he said, this is the only way you can get this game. This game is fun as hell. And I beat it this year with my daughter. And that's Dolphin Blue on the Sega Dreamcast. It was like an arcade game, and it was supposed to be ported to Dreamcast or something. It never did, but now they finally got it. But it's like repro form. And you can play the whole game. It works perfectly. So we got that. And I got the infamous Snatcher. So we got Snatcher on the Sega CD. I don't know why it has like the Japanese thing. It's actually the English version I bought, but I guess that's how they come in. I forget. Oh yeah, was it Go Sega? I forget the company I ordered these off of. If I remember, I'll put them in the description. Yeah, so yeah, you can say it says Go Sega Reproduction. So, this one just says Go Sega without the reproduction, but it's obviously a repro. So there's that. Then I ended up finally getting a USB CD burner because I wanted to burn some TurboGrafx CD games for the analog, what is it, the TurboGrafx analog system. I can't remember the name, but we got Fighting Street, which if you know, which I'm sure you guys know, it's the original Street Fighter. So I picked that, I burned a copy of that, and it works perfectly on the Analog Duo. Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name. Then I got a loose copy of Starfighter on the 3DO. I remember I watched my buddy Austin play this game, and it looked good. And then I played it, and I had no idea what the hell to do, so I think it sucks. But, well, I'll have to go back and watch this video to see what the hell you're supposed to do in the game. And then I saw that there's another person that's trying to fix the 3DO version of Doom. It's called Doom, and the version is version 0.3. So I was like, oh, let me check it out. So I burned myself a copy of it, and the game doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work. I mean, it's super early, but I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't know if the guy, like, took a break from it, but nothing has been updated in, like, I don't know, like 7 months for this thing. So, I don't know. They need to get their shit together and get this working. Because I would love to play a decently working game of Doom on the 3DO. Because that's the worst version of Doom. And speaking of fixed versions of Doom, we got Doom Resurrection on the 32X. So this is version 2.2. 2.2B, I've wrote it in there. And I was watching my one buddy, I forgot his name, War Putty, he ended up picking up a copy of this. And I was like, and he also mentioned it was version 2.2B. I was like, what the hell? The latest version of this is 3.1. And I was like, why the hell is he not picking up 3.1? Why is that not physical? So I looked on the one website that I had bookmarked in my 1,000 bookmarks on my phone, and it still says 2.2B. So I went to, and they were sold out, so I was like, oh, let me see what eBay has. eBay had this, like, $20 cheaper, and they gave an explanation why they only have 2.2B on a physical card, is because it'll only fit on a physical card. Apparently, version 3.1 is 5 megabytes, and the chips only go up to 4 megabytes. So I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. So you have to play with an EverDrive. And let me tell you, it doesn't stop there, because it gets more complicated. So I'm like, oh, EverDrive. All right, let me see if I can buy a cheap one. I do. I buy this guy. We got EverDrive MD. Picked it up for like 17 bucks. Doesn't work. I loaded up a patch version of the Doom Resurrection 3.1 on here. Doesn't load on the 32X. I'm like, great. So I was talking to my buddy Austin. He said, oh, you need, I think he said the EverDrive X3 and then X Pro work for it, because it needs bank switching for it to work. So my dumb ass was like, oh, okay, well, here I ended up getting the Mega EverDrive version 3, not X3. So I got, this doesn't work at all, but I got this for 22 bucks on AliExpress, which, oddly enough, today I broke this game. Because I was trying to update it, and it didn't update properly, and it just broke it. So I just put in a request for AliExpress to get this exchanged. But the cool thing is it actually came with the, unlike that one, this one actually came with a micro SD card with every single Genesis game and every Master System game already on it. So I was like, oh, that's a win. So unfortunately I gotta send this back and get a new one. Unbelievable. So, on to finally, oh my god, it's already 15 minutes. On to my huge bag of games that I got. I don't even know where to begin, jeez. Well, first up, we got a slight heavy hitter. We got Bubble Bobble with the manual for the Game Gear. We got that. What the hell else do we have? Oh my gosh. Where's that golf game? Oh yeah. We have Scratch Golf with the manual. They're the only 2 games that came with manuals. We got this one. It's the Japanese version. It's called Squeak. It's like a puzzle game, which I think I already have. I already have this, I think. I think this was Treasury or whatever in America. I don't know. But so now I have the Japanese version, the goofy ass game. Now I got a working copy of Evander Holyfield Real Deal Boxing. So that's exciting. And we got World Cup Soccer. We got Star Trek Generations Beyond the Nexus. So I subset complete. I got all the Star Trek games. And we got Adventures of Batman and Robin. We got a heavy hitter, Arena Maze of Death, which is a fun game. Expensive but fun game. We got Rise of the Robots, a horrible game. What else we got? We got Sports Trivia. I already have this, but this is the standard vanilla Sports Trivia. I didn't realize there's a collector's edition, and it says it like right here, which is the one I have, so I got the standard edition. Then we got Foreman for Real Boxing. Trying to make sure we got a duplicate of Pac-Man. The only reason I got a duplicate is because I got a lot. There's a duplicate right there. Because we got Olympic Gold, which I always thought I had this game, and now I actually have it. Oh yeah, because it came with the Casino Fun Pack. Now this game, I don't know why it's so expensive, but I got this for 28 bucks. It came with this and the Pac-Man. But this alone, people are asking for 50 bucks. So I was like, F that. I'll rather get this cheap with the fucking Pac-Man. That's like a no-brainer. Then we got Super Golf. And then we have finally got the highest heavy hitter that I still needed. That was Fantastic Dizzy. And these Codemasters games, they were notorious for the label coming off. So I just put my own label on there. So it works. It's the game. But no label, which I'm fine with. As long as they have the game. And it works. Now, this one, this was actually, I think it's a reproduction. We got Panzer Dragoon Mini for the Sega Game Gear. I don't care. This is like an import. So I'd rather pay the repro price than the actual price for this thing. But I got it, and it looks like a legit copy. So I don't know if they messed up, but there's nowhere on here that says, like, reproduction or anything. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll just put repro ? On here. But it works, and it's such a fun game to play, too. And then speaking of reproduction, I ended up getting air cars on the Atari Jaguar. I put down there repro for the label. This one you can tell it's a repro because you can't even read any of this. It's so horrible. Like, I don't know what printer they use, but yeah, you can't even read the 64-bit in the bubbles there. Or like a normal actual Jaguar game you can. And you can read all this bullshit nonsense too. So this, I don't give a shit that this is a reproduction. Like, if I go for a full set, fine. But yeah, for stuff that I can never find or is non-existent, I don't mind having the reproduction of it. I mean, it's a pretty fun game. I don't know what the hell to do in it. I think I just went in and go around and destroying vehicles and shit and that. So yeah, and then last but not least, we have a game I've been wanting for quite a while, and that game is Resident Evil 2 on the N64. This is the only Resident Evil game I actually beat. Well, Resident Evil 2 game I beat was on the N64. I never actually beat it on the PlayStation or any other systems. I even have Resident Evil 2 on the GameCube too. But this is the first one this is the one I beat it on. And this game is freaking awesome. Like, I mean, it's all compressed because they fit the entire game on a cartridge. Like, that's pretty amazing feat right there, I think. And I got it for super cheap because this was all gross. And I cleaned up really well. I mean, can't really fix that scratch, but all the grossness off there, cleaned it all up. But super excited to have this in the collection. I think I might end up playing this after I play the remake. But yeah, super excited to have in the collection. Whew, and that's everything. and hopefully I probably won't get anything else because too many games is what, like 2 weekends away from now. So yeah, so till next time, guys, this is Mark the Game Shark signing out. Have a good day. Testing, going into the second video.